This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, thank you, David, at Fair Play Box for sending me the link to this interview with Lou Dibella. So, for you guys, I want to put it in the description box for you guys and listen to it from about 5 minutes onwards. And this is a particular subject within my video here. Okay, if not, just listen to the whole thing. But before you go over there, make sure that you smash the subscribe button on this channel. Hit it like your life depended on it. It's brilliant over here. Why would you not want to, right? Now, make sure you do that. Now, Lou Dibella is talking about the Luis Ortiz, Anthony Joshhus situation because his rumour is that Luis Ortiz is turning down Anthony Joshua for $8 million, maybe more. How do we know it's $8 million? Well, because that's what Big Baby Jarrell Miller was going to get. How do we know that? Because Barry Hearn said this on Saturday. That's what Big Baby Jarrell Miller has just burned up in smoke. $8 million. So you would imagine that Luis Ortiz will be offered there or thereabouts $8 million, probably more to be honest, to come in and save the show. Okay, so he turned down at a minimum $8 million. All right, now what we do know is that the management team of Luis Ortiz initially said, well, 7 weeks isn't enough time. Now, before we get into what Lou Dibella said, well, 7 weeks is ample time. He had 5 weeks' notice to fight Deontay Wilder. Have a look at your screen right now. You see the date on there in January? Well, it was actually the day before it was officially announced. Okay, that's 5 weeks until March the 3rd when they actually fought. Bearing in mind, it's 28 days in February. So, he had 5 weeks then. Now, within this interview with Lou Dibella, for those of you who don't know Lou Dibella, he's a promoter of Dibella Entertainment, and he puts on shows, he promotes events for the PBC, the platform, the company that Luis Ortiz fights on, Deontay Wilder fights on, etc., etc. And he also dabbles in with DAZN. And big up to Lou Dibella, because for quite some time, I always seen him as a bit of a company boy with PBC, but I'm seeing a new side of Lou Dibella where I can quite clearly see that he always has the best interest of his fighters at heart. His fighters will go where the money is, where the better opportunities are. So big up to Lou Dibella. Now, within this interview, he was asked about Luis Ortiz and Anthony Joshua, potentially why Luis Ortiz would turn this fight down. Lou Dibella said, do not underestimate the power of loyalty. Any fighter on the PBC, obviously the PBC shows are put on Showtime and Fox Sports, and they're all free agents though. Okay, this is the backbone of Premier Boxing Champions, the PBC, and Al Haymon, where any fighter who is with them, if a better offer comes along, you can fight on any other network. It's not a problem. We're not going to stop you. You're not legally contracted to us. You are free to fight wherever, which in theory is great, but I think in reality, that's not quite true. It does seem that Al Haymon has a very, very strong hold on all his fighters. Deontay Wilder turned down $120 million for Undisputed against Anthony Joshua. How much of a hold do you think Al Haymon has over these people? Quite a lot, I would say. Now, Luis Ortiz. So, the power of loyalty. For me, that translates as, you're not actually a free agent. You're going to do what we're told you to do, but we're going to put it down to loyalty. Okay? Now, because what other reason is there? You see, he's been offered $8 million, potentially more, to fight Anthony Joshua for 3 belts, plus the IBO as well, so technically 4 belts. Become a multi-millionaire with $8 million plus, when last time he fought for a title against Deontay Wilder, he got paid $500,000. $500,000 compared to $8 million, it's not too difficult to work out. That's $7.5 million more to fight Joshua. But within this one as well, Lou Dibella, as I said, he knows all about these kind of things. He does have some kind of inside intel with the PBC guys, where he said that Luis Ortiz has a rematch with Deontay Wilder. He has that in writing. Didn't say when or anything, but what does that tell you? First of all, as I said, Lou Dibella would know, he promotes Deontay Wilder shows. Okay, he promotes Deontay Wilder as such. So therefore, he would know Luis Ortiz has a rematch with Deontay Wilder at some point. He's on a promise, whether it's in contract form or what, but either way, he's been told Deontay Wilder, he will get that rematch. So even then, just forget about the money, okay? But he's going to rematch Deontay Wilder and not fight Anthony Joshua. What's the obvious reason for that? He sees Deontay Wilder as an easier fight. Clearly. How obvious is that? If he sees Joshua as an easier fight, he'd go get those belts and have undisputed against Wilder, wouldn't he? Surely to God. So Lou Dibella has let the cat out of the bag. I'm pretty sure Al Haymon and the PBC are not going to be very happy with him, but ultimately, listen, at least he's telling the truth. This is what I'm saying about Lou Dibella. Okay, he is controversial and he says whatever pops into his head. It just falls out. He's very straight down the middle. He tells it how it is. Even if he's wrong, he's still going to tell it, okay? But hopefully Lou Dibella is wrong in this whole situation. Hopefully something happens where Anthony Joshhus does fight Luis Ortiz. Now, Lou Dibella did say that a fight between Joshua and Michael Hunter is actually a very good fight, and people shouldn't underestimate Michael Hunter. So this is coming from an American, where Michael Hunter is also an American, okay? So a guy who isn't particularly fond of Eddie Hearn is saying that Joshua against Michael Hunter is actually a good fight. But for Luis Ortiz to turn down $8 million for a rematch with Deontay Wilder, that says in itself that he's being told what to do. That's the first one. Second of all, even if he's not, he's turning down $8 million to go have a rematch with Wilder, a guy who's already fought, for $500,000. This doesn't make any kind of sense. As I said to you guys earlier, that he had 5 weeks' notice to fight Deontay Wilder, and as of today, he's still got longer than that to fight Anthony Joshua. Even Deontay Wilder said about a week or so ago, when it came out that Big Baby Jarrell Miller failed to test, that Luis Ortiz would be the ideal opponent, and Luis Ortiz is always in training, so he's always ready. Deontay Wilder's own words. Has he just dropped Luis Ortiz in it? Yes, it seems that way, because it seems that Luis Ortiz, along with Wilder, just using Anthony Joshua's name for some kind of leverage. Clout chasing is what is happening. But anyway, so go give it a watch yourself. As I said, the point of this particular video where Lou Dibella is talking about Luis Ortiz is from about 5 minutes onwards within this video. And as I said, it'll be in the description box. Before you go over there, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all on the next one.